Okay, we will record the speech because many of you are requesting what my graduation speech is all about. So I'll be delivering it in front of you so that you can also have a glimpse of what my speech was during the 8th commencement exercises of Leonora S. Salapantan National High School. Thank you, Sir GP, for the introduction. Mayad nga hapon ka natin nga tanan. My warmest greetings to Dr. Mary Grace L. Castillo, Principal 3, Mrs. Maria Nanette S. Batiduan, and Dr. Edgardo S. Conel, Assistant Principal 2, the different department heads, and our guest from the Division of Iloilo, Dr. Maria Fe L. Brillantes, SB Member Honorable Rochin Sherwin Sanchez, Honorable Rosalie Guerrigo Sales, and Vice Mayor Bonifacio Salapantan Jr. Thank you for inviting me to be your commencement speaker for the 8th Senior High School commencement exercises. It really is an honor to be with you as we all celebrate your academic milestones, a celebration of your family's achievements and their undying support to let you reach in that chair today, savoring the moment and waking up tomorrow a senior high school finisher. Today is a proud day for all of you. We should also take a moment to celebrate and thank our teachers, our school administrators headed by the ever-dynamic principal, the assistant principals, and the different department heads, and of course, the staff. Personally, I had to thank my former teachers, Ma'am Net, Ma'am Milen, Ma'am Prado, Ma'am Liberty, and Ma'am Beverly, and now my fellow government servants. They were the ones who constantly remind me to do well and be better someday. My sincerest gratitude, moms. When I was asked by Ma'am Net Batiduan of my availability today, which is April 14, I replied wala pa man ko sket, ma'am. Then she asked me if I could be invited as your commencement speaker. I had no hesitations accepting it at that very moment, only to realize a little later, hay abaw, ano ka dya i-share ko nga inspiring enough kanini. Anyways, my order of business here today is to share something very personal to me, my Eva. Experiences, both in life and work, values, how I was able to stay strong and resilient in my character, and my attitudes, my approach towards anything that life throws at me. Its first ever public appearance. So let's start. I am a millennial and you're all Gen Zs. And maybe some of you are already alphas. Our generation is totally different. How would I tell my story when your generation's communication heart is mostly through social media? Messenger, Line, WhatsApp, TikTok, YouTube, FB, and a lot more. You might probably get bored of me talking here or something which you may cannot relate at all. So, let's just talk about K-dramas. I know, you are all at some point in your life, you have your favorite K-dramas. Kung anyo dun, hindi nyo pag itudlo ang ingod, kaya pulaw-pulaw ka mo kadi baway ka mo kamaan nga duro nga K-dramas na tapos o kadya paspas kay para may i-share ako kaninyo tilad. Sige dun pisahan ta pamati ay may raffle dya karon. Pero bisan hindi ka mo mamati kanakan sigihan kung magadakan nga dya. Seriously, let's continue. My mother's hometown is in San Enrique, Iloilo, near the Cabasaan Cold Spring, if you are familiar. The Moicos of Dingle, Dueñas, and San Enrique. And my father is from here in San Miguel, the Kabundukans in Igtampo. I took and spent my elementary years in San Enrique. My father and mother are dumaan, or what we call a seasonal farm workers, both working in different sugar plantations and rice fields. My brother and I tag along and help, but mostly we play in the rice paddies. My family is just the ordinary one, not so poor, not rich of course, but near middle. Knowing that my parents had no permanent work back then, that scenario was my motivation at an early age to give importance to education because I believe it will make me go farther. It was inculcated in my mind that no matter what happens, I will finish school and get a nice job someday. Despite some challenges and hindrances when I was in elementary, I finished it with honors. Now, here comes high school. It was agreed by my aunt and my parents that I will enroll high school here in Leonora. The younger me is here in a new place with no friends. Early on, I did know the concept of a working student. I got to get my allowance by working at home. I even get to the point that I gather used welding rods from my uncle's shops to sell for allowance. Fast forward, I finished high school with honors with the help of my aunt and the scholarship. With some diskarte nga makakwarta, intra-quiz B kagulayan sa lata. And I gained lot of friends. Now the person in me has grown into an independent, strong-willed, and at times hard-headed, is ready for college. The only school I applied was UP, and luckily I get through, or else patay kang bata. I did not get through college easily. It is a literal hardship, both academics and financially. Thankfully, I was accepted as bracket 1 in the socialized tuition and financial assistance program. Bracket 1 is free from paying tuition and had an allowance of 1,250 pesos per month. It greatly aided my financial struggles. In addition, I was a working student in the library to get easy access of the books and read during my free time. I even attempted to work in Jollibee but was not pursued. The chronicles of college life was done, and here comes the real world. So this is how it went. A month after graduating from college, I landed my first job at GMA Network Incorporated. Of course, not an artista, but as a researcher-writer. I had a lot of adjustments made back then, especially in how I present myself and deal with my colleagues. For real world is harsh sometimes. Cooperate with the rest of the production team to the best of myself, because without my script, a production won't happen. Working in the media entertainment industry has enabled me to work with different projects, collaborate with different teams and experts across different fields. I acquired new knowledge and skills which I did not learn in school, expanded my network, gained exposure and recognition, which did help me build my portfolio and reputation. After 4 years of being in the creative industry, I quit and call it an experience. Armed with all the experiences, values, and attitudes I gained from my first job, landed me into another work. I was a distributor information point person at Procter & Gamble Philippines. This time, I was in charge of the supplies distribution. Basically, I ordered the products from the factory in Singapore to be distributed to all the company's affiliated distributors, including malls and grocery stores. This is one tedious, time-bound, sales performance-conscious environment. I got to a point where exhaustion became my enemy. In any fields of work, we can face a lot of pressure and uncertainties. We often are subjected to tight schedules, working long hours, deals with stress and burnouts, high expectations and performance, and constant feedback and constructive criticisms, plus the eagle eyes of Mariteses and Marisols. I quit my second job, then I got a job in government service. Tulad nga adlaw sa PNG ako pagkaaga sa ISATU. Ang sikreto, hindi maguntad sa ulubrahan kuno ay tibak aklan. I was hired as a secretary assigned in the Planning, Development, and Auxiliary Services of Western Visayas College of Science and Technology, now ISATU. Another new environment, bigger task, and different from my previous two jobs. I made more adjustments, but equipped with the lessons and armed with the strategies I built from my previous work experience, I fit in easily. My boss got her postgraduate degree in Japan and was trained with the Japanese work culture. She had imparted in me the values of intense commitment, ethics, extreme dedication to work, and high sense of responsibility, as well as unique execution of my daily job, routine, and attention to detail. I was taught of doing planning right down to the minutest details, where quality is the most important. Above all, attitudes of punctuality, teamwork, planning, process-oriented, and humbleness are instilled in me. My former boss believes that only people with patience and hard work are rewarded. True enough, I did not wait long and I was appointed permanent employee after a year of being a job hire. My former boss became the Vice President for Administration and Finance, and I was appointed as her Executive Secretary. Working with someone tagged as the strictest boss since my employment in ISATU made me the strongest link. For me, I already at ease with our work tandem. We have the teamwork and unity in dealing with the daily operations of the office. I valued all the things she mentored me, including life lessons. Those were the lessons that made me to stand strong and resilient until the day has come for me to become the leader. Paul Coelho, in his book The Alchemist, says, "When you want something, all the world conspires in helping you to achieve it." And I believe if you stay true to your intentions, the world can help you figure it out much better than you could ever do on your own. It's a delicate balance, but you have to live within your intent. I have 11 direct support staff and hundreds of accountable officers to manage. A mix of different personalities coming from different generations, but mostly Generation Z. A part of me on how I was able to lead was taught by experience, values, and attitudes that I was able to build up through the years of exposing myself to the big world of opportunities. I always emphasize teamwork and unity above all to produce quality work commensurate to every peso spent by the government to pay for us. One unit's output is another unit's input. We may have a generation gap, but it will not hinder us from collaboration and cooperation, working with teamwork and unity in making the Philippines a better place. Just as relevant to this year's theme, Henerasyon ng Pagkakaisa, Kaagapay sa Bagong Pilipinas, generation of unity, partners for the Philippines. Unity is a powerful weapon, and there are innumerable incidences of us accomplishing our goals through unity. It is essential to overcome difficult times experienced by the families, as it is equally important for teams at work or even sports to succeed. True strength emerges from unity, whether for nations or communities, groups and families. For me, it is the magic potion that helps me stay strong in my character, values, and attitude towards work and in my daily life. When we stay together, respect each other, and believe in common objectives, external sources and anti-social elements cannot disturb our harmony and peace. So let us take a vow to maintain unity and enjoy life full of happiness and satisfaction. As you are the generation of influencers, work that on in unity to achieve the better good of our country. Let your voice be the voice of the unrepresented, unheard, and unseen. Along with unity, do not forget to carry with you integrity. It was one message from our university president when I graduated from college that I did not fail to forget until now, and I think my success owes a lot to it. The sablay that I wore today is a reminder of my national identity, carrying the Filipino values, advancing wisdom, and my commitment to serving our nation. As you go readying yourselves for another step in your academic journey, wherever it may be, always remember your experiences, your values, and your attitudes carry with you your own Eva. We are a unique community of people from different generations, whether we like it or not. We are connectors and unifiers of different cultures and experiences. My hope is that you can take your own unique experience and try to connect further wherever you may go. We have, in the age of rapid development and globalization, we are definitely moving forward into a time where there is value in fusing academic disciplines, industries, cultures, music, and the list goes on. You cannot only be great agents of change in this world, but agents of unity, critical synapses, bringing individuals and experiences together. The ability to connect is so powerful yet underplayed in our daily lives. And while you accomplish all the great things you will accomplish once you leave the portals of Leonora S. Salapantan National High School, I hope you will remember to connect your work, your experiences, yourselves to others to enable them to achieve their dreams. Sometimes it is as simple as showing up and being present that we tend to forget. And my hope for your generation is that you do well and prosper, not to accumulate more for yourselves, but to expand opportunities for others. In all the dramatic surprises and tragedies we have experienced through these years, I have never felt more strongly that we build a kind of collective future. When life gives you bayarin, I mean tangerines, hard work and sacrifices has made the impossible possible. If you come from a family that may not be favored and live in poverty today, end that cycle. Study well, make good money someday, and lift your family to living comfortably. You don't have to carry forward to the next generation your family's shortcomings. learn from it, and be determined to becoming the person you want to become and the kind of future and family you will have. Your decisions now will affect the generations to come. Remember, if opportunity doesn't knock, maybe there is no door. So you build one. Graduation is not the end of learning. It is the beginning of a lifelong pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. Above all, together with your Eva, hold on tight with prayers, and for sure, you will survive life's struggles and everything that is thrown at you. When you are about to give up, because there will be moments that you will be, go back to the very first day that you had set your passion, or the first day that you fall in love. It will be then the moment that reminds you that you feel your motivations fire up again. May you continue to explore, innovate, and strive hard for greatness. Antis ko dyan manaog, lihog lantaw kang inyong mga bangko. May natapik ra dyan nga LSS NHS. There's a surprise for you. I-claim nyo lang kay Ma'am Batidwan. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, congratulations to all graduates, parents, and teachers and staff of Leonora S. Salapantan National High School. It's good to be home after 23 years. Thank you so much and congratulations again. Batch 2025.